Hello, good morning. Another day, a regular weekday, work day, not a whole lot of exciting stuff going on. I was thinking last night when I was editing from last video of things that I could continue to show you. I can see how content creators, who maybe don't have as creative of a brain like me, feels a little bit difficult. It kind of feels like work. It feels like another job. But I find that I'm over feeling uncomfortable looking at myself. I'm over needing this to be perfect. It's really just me and a camera, and that's going to have to be what it is. And that's okay. Again, I am making content that I like consuming. I would be totally comfortable watching, and often do watch, videos of my favorite people doing just this. People that come to mind: Christopher Allen, Christina Brawley, where they're in their house a lot of the time. They talk about work and they talk about their lives, and I'm just as captivated by them as I am with something that has a lot of production. So I'm going to go with my instinct and keep doing what I'm doing. Just putting this on the internet, I feel like, is brave, or something that not a lot of people are willing to do. And I am. Oh, I got a new laptop. A friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, had an extra one from her business. So it's just a 13-inch MacBook. I grabbed that from her and I'm using that to edit. And now that I've moved from, I was on a PC before. My husband's in IT. He's a PC only guy. I am in a Google Mac shop for my work. So we're in totally different worlds. And he just doesn't love the technology for Apple. And so he's like, great, I just won't be your tech support, which is fine. I can figure it out. Girls can do anything. So I got that. And now I'm editing on iMovie instead of whatever was on my PC. And it is, to me, more intuitive. It's much faster. So I have been kind of toying around with, do I just film 10 to 15 minute day in the life vlogs and turn them around and start uploading them, at least to challenge myself to try new things. I think that's going to be the move. A couple of things I do want to show you today. One is the way that I organize and keep things in my bedside table. I know that sounds crazy, but I have this concept of like a night box with all of my nighttime skincare and things. So I want to show you that and what's all in there. I also want to show some of our storage solutions, especially as it relates to kids. I have some methods that seem a little crazy and a little bit extra, but they work for us. And so I'm going to show you those and then just see what else we can get into today. I'm upstairs just on our bed, and I grabbed my night box. I just have an acrylic box that fits just on my nightstand. It's in the drawer here, and every night before bed, right before I get ready to read or before we're going to watch a show, I just grab this box out, and assuming that I have washed my face, brushed my teeth, done all of that before I get into bed for the night, I have everything additional that I need. And it feels a little bit more luxurious, like I'm not rushing or sometimes like skipping it just so I can get to whatever it is I want to do. But I'm going to just walk through the stuff that I have in here. This is a product from Slurp Laboratories. Things I bought and liked on Instagram is where I learned about this the first time. And it's kind of like a nighttime exfoliant. It's kind of like a milky color. I just do it on clean skin, kind of like a nighttime toner. I clearly need to restock that. For the nights that I'm actually using a retinol, I have this Zoe Skin. It's just a 0.5 retinol that I really enjoyed. This is running low too. I have my appointment with my aesthetics nurse in March, I think right before our New Orleans trip, so I will likely restock on this. The other retinol that I like is the Skin Better Health, the blue, and it's the Alpha Ret. I usually do the Alpha Ret Intense. I only do retinol maybe 3 to 4 days a week. In the winter, I cut back a little bit more in the summer. For the nights that I don't do the medical grade skincare retinol, I have this Dew of the Gods pomegranate and retinol. It's oil based. For dry skin, it's really helpful. I just do a couple of drops of this face down to the neck, and then I just keep a little facial roller. I keep a gua sha tool in my makeup drawer, but then I just keep this by my bedside. I like to kind of do a little bit of lymphatic drainage on my face. I carry a lot of puff and inflammation in my face. I want to say naturally, but that's how you can tell I've had like sushi the night before or wine the night before, is if you see me serving puff. That is, last thing for a couple skincare things, the Laneige lip balm, and then just the ordinary lash and brow. I don't do it on my lashes. My lashes are fine where I want them to be, but for brows especially, I just do a little quick swipe of that. I keep just eye drops in here and hand cream. I have the Necessaire. I keep the daily version, the white version, in my catch-all bag that I showed in my purse, and then this is the retinol version that I do at night. Similar to when I do my retinol on my face, I don't necessarily do this every night. I also keep just a Trader Joe's version of their ultra moisturizing hand cream. One thing I'm missing in here that I will need to find is a cuticle cream or oil. I have a lot of versions. I showed the Christian Dior one that I really like. Also, those cute ones that you sometimes see at the nail salon that have the flowers floating in them. There's a jasmine fragrance of that I really like. So I'll have to find that. It's probably just in this drawer, not in the bucket. I'll find it. I have this little CBD salve. This is from a massage place that we go to when we're in Vail. They will use this on you during the treatment and then send you home with the rest. So I just keep these little tins. Again, stress, I try to add it to my shoulders. I feel like it helps. Because my nose has been running and I've been feeling a little under the weather, that wellness formula, I keep it here so I remember to take it before bed. Honestly, I kind of carry this around with me, but I've reduced the amount of times I'm taking it. So because it's by my bed, I'll take it in the morning and then at night. And then the last thing that I feel like all the girlies have gotten into, but I really think, especially with someone with grinding issues, this mouth tape, the cutest version by Skinny Confidential, helps. I really do. And then I also have a like clear retainer that I keep that helps me with my grinding, but this just keeps my mouth, I feel like, in place. I don't know so much about the preventing all the other things it prevents, but for me, just keeping my movement in addition to the night retainers has made a huge difference. So this is a always forever repurchase. ADHD brain. I like for there to be departments and locations where things live. It makes sense to me. If I can put these kinds of processes in place for my life, it makes it more certain that I'm actually going to follow through with it, because that was effort one time in my mind, and then I just continue to refill it, and it's become a habit. Love to know if you do the same thing or what you keep by your bedside table. One thing that I can show. Ooh. I have the hatch alarm. I really need to get into a groove with the hatch alarm. Our son uses it in his room for a sound machine. He's a sound machine kiddo. But I haven't used it for myself. It's one of those things where I was like, yeah, I'll buy it. I got influenced, I'm sure. And I just need to actually get routines set up. So if you have recommendations on those, if you use the hatch, I'm all ears. Speaking of command centers, processes, boxes, organization, things that allow me to be as efficient as possible with my time. When we're in the kitchen, there is this area, and it is truly my command center. That's one of those Amazon Fire tablets that we use as it has scheduling on it, grocery list, sticky notes, etc. And of course a candle. My hot tea kettle I use every single day. So this is my zone. I won't show in these drawers because I don't even want to know the state that they're in. But I did just rejudge this cabinet a few days ago. And so that's what I see. And this is where I get myself either ready to go for the day or wound down for the night. And Jennings the same. So I mentioned his supplements. We use Mary Ruth's. Right now it's the immunity gummies and then the toddler multivitamin. This little bin is just that's all, any kind of like meds that Jennings might need. I keep a thermometer down here. We send him with lunch 1 day a week. So this is from Pottery Barn. This year we got the whole set, the backpack, the lunchbox. You'll see the water bottle, so cute. And then the Bent Go, I think is the brand, bento boxes. Stash your bags. These are the best things that have ever been invented. I've been using these since he was a baby. They're basically silicone Ziplocs, microwave safe, dishwasher safe, resealable, obviously reusable, everything, snacks, medicine, anything, especially for as frequently as we're traveling, everything goes into these. Best investment ever. And I get the real stasher bags. I'm sure that there's Amazon equivalents. I won't say they're equivalent because I haven't tried them, but I trust this brand. They've never done me wrong. These little Good to Grow, if you have a little one, have they gotten on the train where you have like 100 of these? These are just always floating around. They're so expensive per juice, but we just reuse them and refill them with, water, milk, the best. So we keep those. And then these are more heavy duties, like our Yeti. Here's the matching one for his lunchbox set. And you can see that might be overconsumption to some people, but I could not do my life without all of those containers. This, however, might be overconsumption. I was influenced at one point, but it's just a box to organize all of my hot teas. You saw that tea kettle. I really do use it every single day. My Nana, my grandmother, got me these little tea bag, like once you've steeped your tea, so I can make a quick cup of tea and then take it with me and take the tea bag out so it doesn't get oversteeped. That is absolutely a thing that happens. At night, I'll do a combo of this Yogi bedtime tea, any bedtime tea really, and a scoop of this Calm. I just got it at Costco, raspberry lemon flavor. I don't know if it's it's magnesium. We give Jennings magnesium as well, so I figured if it was good enough for him to have it. Not this kind. We use a Mary Ruth's Calm gummy, but we're both on magnesium at night. And then hydration packets, Liquid IV, these sugar-free ones. This is from Costco. They had a Bomb Pop flavor that I absolutely have demolished. There's some Glowtrition in here, some random hydration packets. We get them usually at our golf course. So sometimes we'll grab a couple of extra of those just to have them at the house for guests, just in case our liquid IV is out. Am I driving you guys crazy yet with all of the plastic containers I have? Wait until you see my fridge. At some point, I'll have to show you my fridge. Waiting a few minutes for Jennings to get released from his morning preschool. We'll take him home, get him lunch, and he'll be off to afternoon preschool. It feels a little bit better to have a mount on. I still don't know if I love the location, but alas, we're here. I'm just cleaning out my junk emails. It's probably not very exciting for you. I've had this car for a few months now. No, longer than that. How long have I had this car? I went from a smaller SUV to a 3-row SUV because we do a lot of driving when we travel. We drive when we go to Vail, we drive. When I go to visit my family in Texas, we drive. And with having the dog, Jennings, and when we travel and have the bigger kids in here, it's just a lot of luggage. We got one of those roof racks, and we just wanted a comfy car. My husband drives a truck, so this is our grocery getter slash road trip vehicle. I like being high off the ground. I've determined. I do park this thing. I can whip it into a spot pretty well now, which is good. Oh, they're out early. Okay, gotta go. The workday's over. Nick just went to the grocery store. We have laid out ingredients to make 2 kinds of cookies. Ranger cookies, which my aunt introduced us to. I'll put a link to the recipe in the description. And then peanut butter kisses, sunken Hershey's, the peanut butter soft cookie with the Hershey's kiss in the middle. I've heard them called a few things. We're going to make those as well. So if this looks like a lot of butter, it is.